Hey everybody, welcome to part 24 of our Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance HD on PC 100% full game playthrough. Last episode we dove into the end of the story and cleared out the world that never was with both Sora and Riku, leaving us at the familiar point from the first playthrough where all we had to do was go and fight the final boss and see the ending as Riku. Now I have once again done that off screen. I know if you already watched the first playthrough you've already seen it, but the reason I did it off screen first was because I needed to do it to unlock one of the trophies in the game's report. Now again, we're talking specifically in-game trophies, not PlayStation Network trophies or Xbox achievements or any of that, because this is a purist in-game 100% playthrough. As much of a sucker as I am for PlayStation trophies and Xbox achievements, we're not covering that here. Now that being said, the game is cleared off screen, so that means that we now have access to the rest of the game's content. We already had access to the special portals and Flick Rush. Now we have access to the Julius boss fight and the secret portals. If you've watched the first playthrough, you already know what all that is. If you're just tuning in during the second playthrough, well, you'll see soon enough. And speaking of Julius, we're going to go ahead and take him on again. I debated waiting until after we did the special portals and the secret portals, save Julius for last, but I mean, that would be a stupid idea on my part, because I know there's at least one or two special portals that require access to the Fountain Plaza area, which means we'd randomly run into Julius in the middle of doing those anyway, so let's just take this big lunk out now and be done with it. A couple other little odds and ends we're going to take care of. I tried to avoid it, but, it is what it is. Let's just do it now and be done with it. Okay, so I am back in control of Sora, which, clearing the game. So, at the end of Sora's World That Never Was story, he was in a deep sleep, unplayable, until after Riku defeats the true final boss of the game. Since we've done that, we have access to Sora again, and now if we look at our reports, we've got some new stuff going on here. This is the second playthrough, so I'm not worried about spoiling anything. If you don't want this spoiled, I don't know, look away and cover your ears for a couple minutes. So, for clearing the game, and so during the part of the credits, you actually go through a dive mode with Sora. I mean, you saw it on the first playthrough, but for anybody who's just tuning in and wants it spoiled, when you're doing the credits dive mode at Sora, make sure you pick up all the special golden letters to get the secret message. The past will be reawakened as a new number in never before seen detail. Prepare yourself for the awakening of the next number. So the past will be reawakened. That was, at the time of this game's original release, a hint that the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 remix was coming. And then prepare yourself for the awakening of the next number means, hey, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming, but you're going to wait like another 6 or 7 years for it. If we go into game records, again, the ending does have its own score. It counts towards the report. Now, look at how close we're getting here. We've got a lot of Mickey symbols in this section. We've got mini games and link portals left to do. Link portals is just the special and secret portals, so we'll get to those eventually. We have one mini game left, and I am going to knock that out in this episode before we fight Julius. Now, the other thing that we're getting pretty close to being done with. So, flow motion. I did go and do some kills off screen after I cleared the game, because we did talk about this briefly. So, we've racked up quite a few flow motion kills. We're almost at 1,000, which is what we need. So, for clearing the game off screen, it did get the critical praise in-game trophy. Prove you finished the story in critical mode. Again, we will go in depth into each of these during the final review for the game, but if you've been playing the game the same way I have, this should look exactly like it does for me. We have one missing. Motion slickness. That's funny. Motion slickness. Okay. Proof you defeated 1,000 enemies while in flow motion. Okay, so we can make our way over to Traverse Town, since we're going to be going there to fight Julius anyway. Now again, I just showed you under game records. If you don't have this in-game trophy for the kills yet, you can go into the game records and tally up your numbers and see what you need. Alright, that actually should have been enough right there. Let's see. Yep. So we just got our 1,000th kill in flow motion. So now the trophy shelf is done. We have all 18 in-game trophies. Treasures is already done. We finished that. Character files, glossary, and story all carried over from the first playthrough anyway. But at this point, those should be pretty close to done too, even if you're on a fresh playthrough. So we have the completion rate, game records, and the Dream Eaters, and these should all be done by the time we finish the next few episodes. Alright. Now, one thing I was going to do off-screen, and I completely forgot, is set up our Julius deck. Now, if you've already watched the first playthrough, and you are still sticking with me for the second one, I'm not doing anything different from what I did the first time. So I'm going to take my third deck that I was using for, oh, damn it, I did not want to do that. Let's try that again. I'm going to take my level up deck that I made. I'm going to clear everything out of here. And this is what this deck is going to be. This is a deck specifically for Julius. And it's going to be Balloon Ra. The deck is literally just going to alternate Balloon Ra and Kiraga. Now, why Balloon Ra and not Balloon Ga? Well, Balloon Ga is great, but there's one thing Balloon Ra has that the Ga spell doesn't, and that is the homing property. Once you fire off the Balloon Ra, even if you get interrupted before you can actually finish the attack, well, as long as you don't get interrupted till after the balloons appear on screen, the balloons will still home in on the enemy or enemies, which makes it really good for a boss battle because there's only one enemy for it to home in on. Alright, now let's do this. Let's set this up for Riku now, too. Again, I should have done this off screen. That is entirely my bad. So I'm sure watching me scroll through my deck commands to set up a deck isn't the most exciting thing you're going to see in this playthrough, but, you know, here we are. Now, you could play it, you know, dangerously and put, like, some flashy commands in there, like Firaga Burst, or, you know, Riku could probably use Dark Splicer, or Dark Break, or Dark Aura. The problem is, it's very easy for Julius to interrupt a lot of your attacks, so I'm playing it as safe as I can to just get through this fight as painlessly as possible. I mean, if you watch the first playthrough on Proud Mode, this guy beat the living piss out of us a few times, and that was only on Proud, so on Critical this is going to be, well, worse, because, you know, it's Critical, it's worse than Proud. Alright, decks are set up. We're going to keep the Dive Wing Keyblade on for this one. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop. Now, again, I'm not going to make a boss backup save for Julius, because you can just refight him anytime anyway. I am treating this like every other episode. We're going to do whatever running around and errands need to get done, and then we'll drop back to Sora and fight him, then we'll drop back to Riku and fight him. Alright, so Riku is still here in the one sealed off area of the real world. I say sealed off because you can't just leave and go back to the rest of the world. So to get out of Memory's skyscraper with Riku, go to this special looking portal, a nice little purple one instead of the pink one, and you can even see like the dream world of World That Never Was in there. Return to the world map. Yep, let's go. Alright, so the last pit stop we're going to make as Riku, before we take on Julius, is we're going to go back to the grid. We are going to land in the city. Welcome to Shitty Walk. Can I interest you in some shitty chicken? Nice little South Park reference there for anyone who gets it. Alright, so now that we are in the city, we are going to go over here and replay the Riku exclusive light cycle minigame. At least I'm pretty sure Sora never gets to play it. Alright, so we're just going to replay the light cycle minigame, and then that should show up in the report as the final minigame entry. Not doing so good this time. The good thing is there's no commandos on this one. It really doesn't even matter if you kill a ton of enemies, as long as you kill one, the score registers, and that's all you need. And you just gotta stay alive until it's over. Alright, so we did get a fleeting fantasy as the prize for that one. And if we go into reports, the minigame section is now complete with the addition of the light cycle. So yeah, not a whole lot going on in this Kingdom Hearts game as far as minigames go. You've just got the light cycle, and then the balloon, water barrel, and candy goggles for the Dream Eaters, which we covered a couple episodes ago in Dream Eaterology 102 there. Alright, so yeah, I know I keep saying it, but we really are almost done with this game. And we can finally move on to the next one. Alright, let's make our way back to Traverse Town with Riku. Plop on down in District Number 4. Let me take one more look at the command decks. Yep, that looks good. That looks good. Alright. Alright, let's drop to Sora. I guess we should save, just in case. I'm feeling pretty confident about this fight. I mean, I know I had some trouble in Proud Mode, but this time I'm not going to go in with that keep swinging attitude. I'll actually be careful and take my time here. Now remember the other little shitty thing about this fight. We don't get any Dream Eaters to help us. This is just Sora versus Frankenpete, and then just Riku versus Frankenpete.
Who are you?
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch! No, I'm just kidding. This isn't the Juggernaut, but it may as well be. But at least we get to listen to the encounter from Kingdom Hearts 2 while we smack this asshole around a little bit. Oh my god!
Take this! Take this! Take this! Take this! Yeah! 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 Take this! Take this! Yeah! Yeah! Take this!
Whoa! I'm supposed to be protected from a combo. What the fuck is this bullshit? Alright, let's try it again.
Take this! Yeah! Here! Take this! Yeah! Take this! Yeah! Yeah! Take this! Yeah! Yeah!
Whoa!
Here! Take this! Yeah! Take this! Yeah! Here! Take this! Yeah! Hey! Yeah! Here! Take this! Yeah! Yeah, take this! Take this! Here! Here!
Alright, now watch out here, because there is that attack where if it hits you, it's going to lock your commands. And of course, everything's doing motherfucker! Alright. I'm feeling less confident now.
Yeah! Hey! Ha! Heal! Ha! Yeah! Take this! Yeah! 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 Take this! Yeah! Heal! Take this! Ha! Ha! Take this! Yeah! Yeah! Heal! Yeah! Ha! Heal! Yeah! Heal! Ha!
Come on!
Take this! Heal! Ha! Heal!
Why the hell are you moving so slow?
Heal! Ha! Ha! Take this! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! 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 Take this! Ha! Take this! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Heal! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! Just heal! Ha! Heal! Yeah! Just take this! Heal! Yeah! Take this! Yeah! Ha! Ha! Yeah! Oh! Take this! Yeah! Yeah! Oh! 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 Yeah! Heal! Ha! Take this! Ha! Yeah! Ha! Heal! Ha! Take this! Ha! Yeah!
Holy shit. Alright.
What was that about?
Yeah, what was that about? Because I remember equipping a command called Aerial Recovery that did not trigger once during that fight. Alright, so we got our Ultima weapon. So that's a win. I'm gonna make sure I actually had Aerial Recovery equipped, because I want to know if I just forgot to equip it, or if his attacks really just stagger you that bad that you can't recover. Oh, press X. Good job, dumbass. I was pressing B the whole time. On a PS4 controller, it would be square. I was playing by Kingdom Hearts 2 rules for aerial recovery, so I guess that would have helped if I was hitting the right button to recover. Remember that for when we go do it as Riku. Oh well, I never said I was a calm gamer when I'm losing. Alright. Julius is toast. We got Ultima weapon. I'm not going to equip it just yet. Oh, so I did figure out this little mystery. So the items are at 99%. There's like a couple little odds and ends we're missing. The keyblades count towards that, and you do have to get them all with both characters. So we just got the ultimate weapon with Sora. We're going to get it with Riku. And then we need the Keyblades from Flick Rush, Special Portals, and Secret Portals. And that items thing should be at 100% by that point. Alright, so we did it. Let's drop to Riku. Alright, let's go ahead and save. Let's remember this time that aerial recovery in this game is the guard button, not the jump button. Alright, here we go again. I'm not talking any shit this time, not after how bad I got messed up with Sora.
Sorry.
Whoa! What the fuck? Okay, don't use flow motion in this battle, kids.
No way! No way! Heal! Heal!
Ready? Uh-oh.
Heal!
Damn it! What the hell is going on right now? But that Kiraga is not firing off right when I press the button and it's getting me killed here.
Heal! Heal!
No!
Heal! Heal!
Oh, I thought I was done again on that one. Alright, good. No more of this big bad bastard.
Next time, behave.
Yeah, next time behave, you big giant piece of shit. Alright, so Julius, and ultimately the hardest thing left we had to do in this game is done. Julius on critical is dead. Well, I mean, you know, he's back in the sewer where he belongs because he's a giant piece of shit. And we've got Ultimate Weapon with Sora and Riku. Julius is done. That's it. Everything else from here is easy and just a matter of the time it takes to get it all done. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Nope, ain't got no time for you clowns. Alright, so we have the Ultimate Weapon Keyblade. We're not going to equip it yet. Alright, I am going to drop back to Sora. Okay, so this is where we're at. I know this was a short episode, but I started this episode with the intent of getting the last of the report trophies for the flow motion kills, doing the last minigame, and taking out Julius. We have accomplished that in a pretty decent amount of time, I think, considering that I had to restart the battle a few times. Motherfucker. So, with this episode being done, we are going to be heading into the final 5, if you will, for Dream Drop Distance. This is what we have left to do. We're going to come back next episode and do the Flick Rush and get it over with. We'll test out. I honestly, I might not even make you sit through the whole thing. I mean, not that you have to watch the video anyway if you don't want to. Poor wording on my part. I might just do like the final Flick Rush Cup for Sora and Riku. I might do the whole thing. I don't know. Honestly, I'm probably going to flip a coin for it. But most likely I'll end up deciding to do the whole thing just because I do want to capture everything in the game, even though it's our second playthrough. But however I decide to do it, next episode is Flick Rush. After that will be the special portals, and that's going to be the same way it was done in the first playthrough. I'll get the separate little clip for each portal, splice them all together. That way you don't have to watch like 4 or 5 hours of unnecessary traveling around. I mean, it's going to be time-stamped anyway, just like the first one. After that, we'll do the secret portals again, and then that'll be it. So after Flick Rush, special portals, and secret portals are done, we'll do the usual end-game review, go over the report, go over everything in the game. And then finally, we'll do the ending, the final boss and the ending one more time, and that'll be it. As always, thank you all for watching. Hope my gamer's rage fighting this big old bastard didn't scare anybody off. And until next time, my friends, may your heart be your guiding key.